What was life like in high school? What is your biggest motivation? Have you ever thought of attending a college or a university? I'm literally showing up to class and I'm just refreshing our channel. I couldn't even pay attention in school. I was way too hyped. These kids in class were probably like, dude, why is that kid so excited? Do you plan on marrying Jordyn? What is going on, guys, and welcome to a special video. I call this a special video because I never do Q&As because I have this weird hatred with Q&As because in the past, anytime I'll ask fans if they want a Q&A, you guys freak out. You're like, yes, I always want a Q&A. I just have this bad image that like they would never do good, and I just came to a point right now where I don't care if a video does good anymore because I just want you guys to be happy. I enjoy answering questions. I enjoy talking about myself. So I went live last night on Instagram. If you guys don't follow my Instagram, it's always down below. Go check it out right now. Go follow it. You'll probably enjoy yourself. It'll be a time for sure. And then I went on my story and I told you guys to comment well thought out questions for me to answer on my last Instagram video that I just posted yesterday. Now I went through and I picked my favorite questions and I actually am really excited to answer these. For those of you who are new, this will be really good for you guys to get to know me. For those who are not new, I tried to make sure I pick questions I haven't answered before, questions that aren't really basic and stuff that I can kind of talk about. Jordyn is over there borderline sleeping, so I'm trying to get this done kind of fast. So we're gonna zoom through these guys. This is gonna be a very quick pace video. What was life like in high school? My high school was actually a good time. Pros of high school was I had a decent group of friends. I didn't really party too much like in high school. I was riding scooters all the time. I was on tour all the time. I was really living like the dream, right? Like I got my first job in high school and I was able to quit my first job to pursue scootering, which was funny because I remember making plenty of enough money to support myself. I was paying like a lot of my bills and stuff. My mom wouldn't let me quit my job. I was like, Mom, I make enough money, because she didn't trust that I made it, but I had like yearly contracts for scootering. So it was kind of funny. Like I remember that day I got to quit my job and put in my 2 weeks. My mom finally let me quit. I don't know why, I should just quit. Sorry, Mom. Yeah, I was really just riding a lot, focusing on that. The cons of high school that I don't really like was it wasn't very friendly. You know, kids would be like, yo, what's up, bitch? Instead of like, hey man, how's your day? And that's just the immaturity that comes along with high school. I guess I was always ahead maturity-wise of everyone. So I didn't really, just looking back on it, I didn't like that side of high school, but it was fun. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I did decent in school. I made sure I didn't put in too much work, you know, because it was kind of a waste of time. What? Parents watching this? No, I'm just kidding, guys. Stay in school, but I'll get to a question here that actually revolves school as well. Did you ever think when you were younger you'd become a YouTuber? This is actually a funny question. When I was younger, not necessarily, but this is actually funny. I watched Vitaly, Roman, Fuzi, and all those pranksters who started vlog channels right when they started their vlog channels. And for some reason, I forgot. Like, I stopped watching YouTube for like a year. When I started YouTubing, it took me a little while to remember. When I started seeing their faces again, I was like, and Sam Pepper, I remember, I was someone I watched a lot when I was younger. I forgot that I was really into YouTube. I never noticed it. I just figured I was using it like everyone else was at the time, but it wasn't really that popping back then for like religiously watching your favorite creators, you know? I think it's funny now that I'm a vlogger, and back then I used to religiously watch these people, but only vlogs. Like vlogs intrigued me, which was funny. But I also like the pranks and stuff like that. And I'm kind of surprised I never got into pranks. I'll do a couple. I can prank. I know how. I could set up a good prank or two. What advice would you give your past self? The one thing I always think about is just like, don't stress the negative little things and stress the positive little things. So when it comes to just getting upset and getting worked up about this little shit that doesn't matter, like don't worry about that. All that's gonna do is bring your mood down, and you're gonna perform in whatever you're doing worse. You're gonna be bigger buzzkill around your friends. You're not productive when you're not happy. You're not motivated when you're not happy. So why let little things break your motivation and just send you even farther down when instead you could bring yourself up? Now also, stress the little things, the little positive things. It really is the little things in life that you need to appreciate, you know? Like, that's how you get through your day with a positive attitude. Appreciate the little things, the fun moments you have with your friends, your family, your loved ones, whatever it is, just appreciate those things. Appreciate stupid things like food, like whatever it is, just appreciate the little things, because those are what really keep you up, and that will motivate you or push you further in life. Are you ever going to buy a car? Next. What's something major on your bucket list you really want to do? I picked this question because I like talking about it. I really want to go skydiving. But I am absolutely terrified of heights, and I'm only gonna do it when I'm ready to do it. And the only thing I think I'd be the most scared of right now, that I don't think I can get myself to do it, and why I tell people to not get me to these places, I don't think I can get myself from there into the plane and up into the air. I think if I like woke up one day and you freaking drugged me and kidnapped me and put me in a parachute on the edge of a plane, I'd be like, all right, let's do it. But the process of getting there, I would psych myself out, freak out, and me, I'm stubborn. I will figure out a way to not get jumped out of that plane. And by jumped, I mean like, you know, like a person literally is just like, there's no backing down. I'll convince someone to back down. I can't do that. So I think I'm just waiting for like the time in my life where I'm ready for it. I just don't think it's a good idea right now, but I really want to do it. Because I think the fear of heights is a fear of falling. And I don't think you can have a fear of falling when you're already falling. That doesn't make sense. So I don't think I would hate it, but not doing it, so whatever. Why do you look like the Dolan twins? I don't think, but if I did, thank you. They're handsome twin brothers. Where are you from? I was born in Encinitas, California, and I was pretty much raised in Marietta, California, where I just moved from. I was there for like 15 years, minus the 3 years I lived in Carlsbad, and that was plenty long enough. I'm ready to be out of there. What's your favorite clothing brand? I think my favorite clothing brand changes. My favorite overall clothing brand, this is obviously gonna be a basic answer, but like, it's not basic because I don't really own any of this, and I'll explain why, is Off-White. I've always loved Off-White. I'm at a point in my life right now where it's like, I just don't like spending that much money on clothes, because it's like, I feel like if I spend less now, I can spend more later. If I waste money now, I'll make less money in the future. So I do have a couple hype designer things, but I regret buying all of them, so I try to stay away from it. I love Virgil's design work. I love most things he's ever made. I can appreciate all of it. I wish I owned a lot of it, but I don't, and I'm happy I don't, because I'm not someone like that to spend money. My current favorite clothing company actually right now, I don't own anything from this place, but I found it in Singapore. It's called MSGM, I think it's MSGM. It's a designer brand. I never heard of it, and I found it in Singapore, and so help me God, my wallet was almost a lot lighter until I successfully somehow got myself out of that store. I wear a lot of like Forever 21, H&M, Young and Reckless, as you guys see on my stuff, so.
And your girlfriend's merch.
And my girlfriend's merch. Is that a good plug? That is true, I do. Her hoodie is my favorite hoodie I own. I just love it. I get to wear my attractive, beautiful girlfriend on my shirt. Remember like when like those shirts were whatever? Okay. Where do you get inspiration from your videos from? I actually like this question. So I'm a mix of two people. I am always on social media studying other people's moves. I'm on my phone more than most people you meet, but I don't do it for like enjoyment. I'm literally learning. I'm always just trying to figure out what's next, what would work for me, what I would enjoy to do. But at the same time, I have this rule in my head that when I'm thinking of video ideas, I try to block everyone's content out of my head. When I'm filming a video, I try to like block these persuasions I have coming in my head to film like someone else, to be like someone else. I don't like that. I like to be myself. Unless I'm like asking you guys to give me video ideas or such like that. Whether it comes off like I'm ever copying someone, I am always trying to be the most original I can be. If I'm ever copying someone, I'm gonna take their idea and do something different with it. I don't like doing the same thing. It's very, very rare that you'll see that. I don't really get ideas from anyone in that sense. Who's your favorite musician right now? I don't know. I always love Post. Post is my favorite, and The Weeknd. And I'm just waiting for their next album to come out. Jordyn Jones has always been like just something at the top right there. Like Can't Say No is one of my songs. You know, like when you're looking like that. That's my girl. Okay, what is your biggest motivation? People consider expensive shit to be materialistic, which in a sense it is, don't get me wrong. But ever since I was young, my passion has been for cars and architecture. I can literally drive around all day in Malibu, Calabasas, whatever it is, and stare at exotic cars, sports cars, classic cars, and houses all day and be completely content. And that is like literally what I work for. Like all I need when I'm older is a warehouse filled with my car collection and whatever cars I'm working on investment-wise, whatever cars I'm building, and a house or a couple of houses in different locations that I either built or bought. I cannot wait. That's all I work for, genuinely. Like that is where my happiness lies. And it's not a materialistic thing because that's like where my passion is at. My passion is driving those cars and waking up in those houses. It's not necessarily buying these things, it's just living with, oh my God, I love houses and cars. That is literally what motivates me. Do you plan on marrying Jordyn? I thought this was a good question because I know a lot of people ask this exact question. I've been in very few relationships. All of them have been long. Trust me, I plan on marrying Jordyn to be, at this point, forever. So yes, I do plan on marrying Jordyn. And I say that because I don't see the point in being with someone if you see an end. Why would you waste your time? I get there's learning learning and stuff like that, but the learning would come from if there's an accidental end, not a plan. You don't date someone, you're not with someone if you see an end. Like, how would that make the other person feel? That doesn't make any sense to me. Anytime I've ever been with someone in the past, I didn't see an end. And though there has been ends, Jordyn's different, and we talk about it all the time. Like, we get along so well, we click so well. I think it's really important, especially it's been important for me to have someone who's in the same space as me and not doing the exact same thing as me, because that can kind of get overwhelming and butt heads. But definitely understanding what I do has been a huge factor. It blows our mind. We've literally been together every day for the past 2.5 months, minus like maybe 1 or 2 days, if that, and we never argue. We bicker because we're stubborn, but that's really about stupid stuff that like doesn't even bother us. Like, it's just funny to us. So yeah, of course, we have talked about that. I mean, it's not something serious. We're young, but I mean, I'm 20. I turned 20. 2 days ago or something. I am old. I'm an old ass man. I've always wanted to have kids at like 25. So maybe I'll get married at 23. Maybe I'll get married at 25. I don't know. Maybe I'll get married tomorrow. I'm gonna do what I want. Y'all can respect that, right? Cool. I have 2 questions left. The last one is gonna be the title of this video because I'm gonna twist the question a little bit because I think this is good and I've never actually talked about this. Second to last question, do you like having a beard? Nope. Last question. Have you ever thought of attending a college or a university? Now, my phone down here. For those of you who know, I actually attended a semester of college about 2 years ago now, I believe. I graduated in 2016. I started college in 2016. So it's been, it's been over 2 years since I started college. I did a semester of college, I did community college, because this isn't for everyone, but the advice I would give is to not waste your money on going to a 4-year just to get your general ed classes when you're getting the exact same education you're getting at a community college for half the price. Now, with that being said, that was the path I took, and I went to community college for 1 semester. Now, I am a firm believer, and I don't care who gets mad at me for this. Take your guys' parents' opinions, take other people's opinions. This is just my opinion. My thing on college is if whatever you want to do, you're a doctor or a lawyer, requires college, then perfect. Go to college, get your education. And if you do not have a clue of what you want to do, go to college. It will send you in a path. A path that I hope will bring you success in the future. Now, if you know what you want to do, I assure you, you can make so much more money doing it on your own in 4 years, only if this is where everyone goes wrong. You are willing to put in the work you would put into college, which is not easy, guys. If you've never been to college, take my word for this. College is not easy. Getting good grades in college is not easy. A 4-year university is not easy. If you are willing to put in that work, those long nights, those all-nighters, those nights you put in studying into what you're gonna do, I assure you will make much more money doing it on your own in 4 years. But that is only if you are willing to put in the time and the work, and not a lot of people are. If you're one of those people, there's something you wanna do, you have your mind set on something and nothing's gonna stop you to get there, go do it yourself, and in 4 years you can make millions and millions of dollars, I promise you. With social media, modern day technology, modern day marketing, anything, I promise you, you have the perfect booklet for success right in front of you guys. Use the internet, use your resources that you have in our generation. So that was kind of my thing. I always had thought that way going through high school, and I just went to college anyway, looked at it more as a safety net. This is when our YouTube channel was starting to pick up. And I think I started college in September of 2016, and our channel blew up in November of 2016. So like 3 months into the semester, 2 months into the semester, I'm literally showing up to class and I'm just refreshing our channel. This is back when me and Jeremy had Beau Bros. I couldn't even pay attention in school. I was way too hyped. These kids in class were probably like, dude, why is that kid so excited? No one should be this excited to be in school, but I wasn't even hyped to be there. I just wasn't paying attention. And keep in mind, I passed all my classes minus one. I failed my first class in college. It was history because everything went online in college and I missed a lot of my quizzes and stuff. I would have passed that class if otherwise. But yeah, I dropped out of college because I really didn't have time to do another semester of college. It showed me that sitting at a desk, the amount of work that I was supposed to be putting in, I could put it towards whatever I wanted to do, which I knew what I wanted to do was entertainment, entertain you guys, make people laugh, make people smile, whatever that is. I could make so much more money and be so much more successful in 4 years. Guys, it's only been 2 years since then, and look where I've come. I have 2 more years to go, and I'm already probably doing much better than I would have done 4 years in a college with a bachelor's degree. No offense, that's just reality. That's why I dropped out of college, and I do not regret it one bit. I hate to say this with a lot of young kids watching this, And like I said, it only works if you're willing to put in the work, but I do not recommend college to anyone who knows what they want to do and is willing to put in the work. That is it. And a lot of people out there are not. So college is for some of you guys out there. I haven't told that story before. I'm actually surprised that's never come up, but I'm happier than ever now. My success is my own business, but I'm doing pretty well right now. And I have massive plans for the future. The next 2 years are going to be insane. And I can't even imagine where I'm going to be in 2 years with work and everything and life. It's going to be insane. It's going to be night and day from what it would have been if I went to college. I have friends running online businesses who have made millions of dollars in under a year, who have made hundreds of thousands of dollars a month in 1/4 of the time it would take them to get a bachelor's degree. So this is just, our generation is presented with so much opportunity, and take that with a grain of salt, I guess. I don't think I said that phrase right. Maybe if I went to college, I would have learned what that meant. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to give it a thumbs up and comment if you guys want to see a part 2. I can start doing Q&As if you guys want to do Q&As. I don't mind it. I like sitting down. I like answering questions. I know you guys want to know more about me. I noticed a lot of questions were about Jordyn. So if you guys want to see Jordyn do a Q&A, I'll have her read my comments. And I love you guys. Subscribe or something?